Two small islands off the coast of New Zealand have been discovered due to a large tectonic shift. These islands have evidence of having held a civilization from 3,000 years ago. Through writings and artifacts, we have learned that these islands were once called Paji and were home to many people. It seems that the civilization shared the same values and ideas as a parrot. For example, they took care of their children for a long period of time. This island was also home to a lot of fishers, artists, and politicians, three completely different things that worked in unison, no matter what the case. The unifying idea of Paji is taking care of their children for a long period of time. This is so they're following in the parrot's footsteps. One parent will always be by a child, and this is so the child can learn the parent's values. The topography of Paji was two islands separated by a channel. Many forests are around the islands, and people got wood from them to build houses and buildings. Mountains provided them with stone and minerals, and many rivers broke off of the large channel. The government was a council chosen by the monarch, representatives chosen by the citizens, and onlookers. Onlookers were allowed to object to laws brought up in the council if they believed them to be morally wrong. After the law was agreed upon, the priests would pray to the gods to see if they made a good decision. Paji's religion focuses on the beliefs of parrots. They believed that a single parrot created their world. There were four main gods, each with a different color. Each god had a different role. Three of their gods were a combination of parrots and humans. One of the colors were blue for pure water and good fish supply, another yellow for longer days in sunlight, and last orange for a good harvest. The god that looked over these three gods looked completely like a parrot. It had many colors and overlooked moral behaviors. Meek was the largest urban center in the civilization. People came from all around the islands to trade and sell their goods. Most people lived either in or around Meek in small villages. Water divided Meek into two sections because of the channel. Schools, shops, and churches were all present in Meek. Seoul was the much smaller counterpart of Meek. Much less people lived there. It was on the coast, and because of that, it handled the harbor. It imported and exported lots of goods. Most children learn to make small mechanical items and small bowls when they're small. Painting on those bowls included their gods, the world, and heroes. As children grew up, they learned how to create more complicated things like statues.